evening. This is Hannah Klein. Welcome to my podcast, Hannah Klein's Time. Before starting my podcast, please subscribe to my podcast and become a paid supporter. And also, if you could make kind donation through my homepage, that would be great. Anyway, today I already recorded a podcast with Nirvana, and I did not want to linger and post this podcast like 3 days later because the situation in Sweden changes minute by minute. I really appreciate Nirvana to discuss various topics, and today's topic is about the education system and the Druze students who are facing a threat by their faculties. Anyway, I will tell the main reasons during our conversation, and please listen to it. First, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hope you are doing well.
Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm not really good, but I'm trying to be good actually. We are still scared for what's happening right now in Sweden.
Yeah.
And Sweden is still under siege, as you know.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah, it's scary because there is no they can't receive anything until now, no food, there's no electricity, there's no water, there's no medicine also.
Mm.
And I shared the video with you about Salma Abed.
So
Yeah.
so I will upload the video so that the listeners will be able to watch them, and also how these people we're going to be talking about the educational system having problems, right?
Exactly.
And there are humiliations going on, and I hope that you share all these stories, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
Yesterday, I get a video
Mhm.
from a student
Mhm.
called Aktham. He's studying English literature in Latakia.
Mhm.
Because he is from Sweden, or because he is from the Rus, like they always humiliated him, and he stopped studying there for many reasons, for like sectarian violation.
Well, see,
And he's not the only one. Many students,
Mhm.
and soon I will get the exact number who has the same situation as this student, Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't end just with the humiliation, but there is going to be, violence, against.
Exactly, yeah.
So, you got, many messages, right? So I hope
Exactly, yeah.
that, you share, the messages, because I don't think many listeners understand, or, probably, know more in real, what kind of threat people are facing in Sweden.
Like a message he received, like, by God, you will regret it. I swear on your life, your mother will cry over you. He get this message from a Muslim, from someone, from a girl actually. Why? Because not the same person, Aktham, okay? This is another person
Mhm.
who commented, okay? He left a comment like he said about the revolution that they did and the result after what they did, like, you know, there's violation right now and etc. So she will send this message to him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like once and twice you laughed at my story and I treated you with respect. This time there will be no respect. Since you have become under our state's authority, I swear to God Almighty, something will happen that you won't like. Just one small complaint can finish you. Don't mess with me. Boy, show some manners when speaking to the one who taught you and gave you value, you worthless one. You
See,
see?
see, I was talking with my mom today, and
Yeah.
about this kind of statement. This is considered cursing in Japan, and
Yeah,
actually, this is illegal,
yeah, exactly,
to do. And
exactly.
cursing in any form is illegal. And
Yeah,
it could also be a part of hate speech. But
yeah,
in Japan's main religion is Shintoism, and cursing in Shintoism is totally illegal. It's
yeah,
banned in Japan. And
yeah.
so I mean, this kind of cursing is allowed. It's just
Mm.
out of the question to me, really.
But with Syrian government, everything is possible. You can do whenever you want. You can send such as these messages, these bad messages to anyone, and okay, there's no problem.
Yeah,
In
and
Syrian
also,
government, everything is possible with them. You see, this is the main problem we have right now.
yeah, and also
Yeah,
those ISIS members used to scare me. This is Islam, all these things. Now, you know what? I don't care anymore. For the
yeah,
same reason as October 7th. You know what?
yeah,
Before October 7th, I was kind of, hesitant to, get into argument with people who are anti-Semites. They are just, they love arguments against, people. And, I just hated those people and did not want to speak with them. But
yeah,
now, I would say clearly that these people are wrong. And you know what? Syrian government too. Al Jolani. I mean, you I don't care anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
because Druze people are really facing, crisis now. And we
Exactly.
cannot say that, we need to be hesitant to get into the hate speech, all these things. Because
Yeah,
they are the ones who are doing those hate speeches, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Like this is a crime. If you say anything that you are against the Syrian government, it's
mhm,
a crime and they will kill you.
yeah.
There's no difference between them and Bashar al-Assad. Just he's Alawite and they are Muslim.
Ah.
This is the difference between them. Nothing more.
Well, that was a very good comparison, for
Yeah,
people to
yeah,
understand Bashar
yeah,
al-Assad and also Jolani, really.
yeah, yeah.
Same, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was reading a dental, those student, who was expelled. He was a very good student, right?
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah.
get 88%.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Probably I
yeah,
should not say the word, I mean the names, right? I'm not
yeah,
sure. But he was expelled because he posted what kind of reaction, I don't know. But
yeah, yeah.
he made some kind of reaction on Facebook. And
Exactly.
is this, faculty a friend, or is he just, is this person like watching over the students? What's going on?
Yeah, he put a reaction like he was laughing
Hmm.
at what she posted,
Hmm.
and she started sending him these messages as I read before.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like whether you like it or not, you are Syrian and this is your country. Third, the army, the security men, and everyone who stood for what's right are cleaner than you and your barely growing mustache. Fourth, and most importantly, politics is not for kids. Sit down, be sensible, and pray for peace and brotherhood. That would be more honorable for you. And honestly, this is what I had expected from you in the first place.
Oh, is that the reaction of the faculty?
Yeah, the
But
reaction of a student in the faculty. She is with the Syrian government, with Ahmed al-Shara.
ah,
Yeah, yeah.
but um, so the student is the Druze, right?
Yeah, the student who get these messages is Duruz. Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
mean, you know what I think is
yeah.
that those university students are considered adults usually.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah,
not kids, okay?
yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly.
and also, including the university student age people, they are raped and killed, you know,
Mm,
in Sueda. And,
mm,
you know, and also one thing, she said, this is Syrian government. You know what? Those people who faced the Syrian government forces, were asked, what are you? They answered, we are Syrians. They denied it.
mm. Yeah,
I mean, what kind of, convenience, are they using, when it comes to, some excuses, they start to use we're Syrians. And then, when they want to kill people, they use you're not Syrian.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, this is what's happening right now.
It's
This
it's
is,
ridiculous. And
yeah, yeah,
yeah. So this is a woman that
yeah. This
is,
is a woman. Yeah,
yeah, like, so yeah, like, it's it's really, really uh disturbing that the educational institute is politicized in the first
mm,
place. And I understand that, it's about Syria, well, of course, but, at the same time, I would say that this is not just about Syria, really.
mm,
You know, like, for example, like many universities in Japan were politicized in 1950s, really. And
mm,
that was the reason why there were so many riots and the entrance exams were canceled. So, I mean, but it's different. But politicizing, um, I mean, what the Syrian government is doing is dangerous, and also I don't know what you feel about this, but you know what, I'll say this. I read the UN report, but what's disturbing is that they are not describing the the start of what happened between the Bedouins and the Druze, uh,
mm,
precisely. You know, from the start, the Syrian government was involved.
mm.
They were
Of course, yeah.
intentionally, inciting the events. They were intentionally, and I mean, and now, so are there like, many students getting harassed, not being able to, you know, go to universities?
Yeah, they can't go to universities right now.
Mm.
Yeah. And in the ninth grade, you know that they need to get the certificate
Ah,
in ninth grade. In
right.
Sweden, they could not know their marks until now. Like
Mm.
all the provinces in Syria, they could get their marks and they could know everything about the results
Mhm.
and they could get the certificate, but in Sweden, they could not.
Well, it's August, and many students get out and go to universities in foreign countries.
No, not now. No.
Okay, but in it, but usually,
Now I'm talking about the schools, not about universities. About the
oh, okay,
schools, and yeah,
schools,
in
and
ninth
then,
grade, you
oh,
need to get
okay,
the certificate, yeah,
ninth
and then
grade.
you can choose if you want literature or science,
Oh,
for
okay, I'm
example. Yeah,
sorry.
but
Ninth
they
grade
could
is
not get that
junior high
marks,
school.
their marks. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they know nothing about the result. And about universities, yeah, they also stopped, and the Druze stopped studying there. And university completed normal. Okay, they are completing the lessons and they are giving their lessons without the Druze, and there is no problem for them.
Mm.
So yeah,
Do you
no one
mind?
care
Do you
about
mind
Druze.
sharing? You know what? I will hide the names. Do you mind
Mm.
sharing what the faculties are saying to the Druze on Substack later?
Yeah, of course,
With
we can. Yeah, yeah,
on my podcast with together with my podcast, because this is terrible. And
yeah,
you know so 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 this is terrible. Yeah, like, yeah, this whole conversation just, oh, it's it's just so bad. And like, you read out, politics is not for kids. Sit down, be sensible, and pray for peace, brotherhood.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But actually, with them, there's no peace, you know?
Mm.
There's no peace with them. It's impossible. Whenever you do,
Hmm.
they, yeah, they will humiliate you. They will do everything to expose
So
you.
so
There's no
so
peace with them. It's impossible with their mentality, with their bad mentality. It's impossible.
so see it's there are group of people inciting all these hatreds, obviously. And I will not resort to, because of this, or, this is the language. I don't think so. But
Mm.
there are a group of people inciting this, because this is, a curse. This is hatred, and incitement. And
Yeah.
another thing that matters is that, you know before the siege, like, people, how were the Druze treated? Like, uh
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to ask that too.
Yeah. Before the siege, like as far as I know, that they faced not so much problem actually. Like they could study there, they could get their marks, and like any student. But we can't deny that they also get many messages. Like we see Druze people like she is not wearing al hijab.
Mm.
So they start sending such as these messages on their groups. You see, like she doesn't have the rights to come to our province, and she's not wearing a hijab.
Oh,
Yeah, They also get so many messages about it. But in meantime, they could study there. They could have friends. They could get their marks. They like any student. But after the siege, after what happened, no, everything changed.
Yeah, so they go after Facebook too. On
Yeah, of
this.
course. Yeah, and social
Yeah.
media. But
So,
like right now, it's impossible to study in another province. It's impossible. You can't. Even if you want to go to Damascus, they will kill you. Before coming to Damascus, they will kill you.
yeah,
Yeah. Or
I
they will kidnap you. Why? Because you are Druze.
yeah. I
Yeah.
I am going to write about what happened earlier,
Mm,
you know,
mm,
which, you were very shocked at, the what I sent you. I can't
mm,
I can't talk about, who sent this on in public right now. But
mm.
you know what? I will write what people really went through, really,
Yeah. Yeah.
that day.
And I
Because
will keep sending to you. Yeah, I'm receiving the all the messages. Yeah.
yes, I will be writing that with better information. But I have to say that, I cannot help comparing what happened uh to the Israeli people on October
Yeah.
7th.
Yeah.
And now, you know, after reading the UN report, I understand why the diplomats, Israeli diplomats are very furious at the reaction of the United Nations. I mean, I cannot really help it, but uh that is a good sign
Mm,
because, Israel is fighting for it, which
mm,
means that there is going to be an example,
mm.
after maybe after October 7th, there is going to be an example so that, you will be recognized more precisely. And, the number of people, like, 3 cases executed, after being raped. This is not true. Only 3 cases? No.
No, it's not true. Of course, no. No.
And
I'm pretty sure hundreds of people or hundreds of students. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And, this is something, from the UN report. I mean, the press release, this cannot be true, really, you know. And, I'm not, targeting the United Nations, but this is, this kind of disinformation leads to misunderstandings. And also, this is a very serious matter. And, and do you have any other cases besides this dental college student that you get, for example?
Yeah, I get a video I sent to you, a
Okay.
student who was studying English literature in Latakia.
Mhm.
Yeah, he talked about his situation and about the sectarian violation in Latakia, and he said that I stopped studying English literature there because I faced many problems because I'm Druze.
Mm,
Yeah.
so,
Um, I
so,
share the video with you. You can share it
okay,
on
I
your
will.
account. Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
will. Yeah,
yeah.
I will share it in a way that I can, probably. Like, I
Mm.
should, honor the privacy. But, you mentioned that you're not very comfortable going to a university, in Syria, right? Yourself.
Right, yeah, yeah.
May I ask, like, I mean, if possible, could you maybe describe why?
Why? Because for example, if I'm Druze, once I go to Damascus and I'm studying English literature, for example, not just in Damascus, also in Aleppo, in any other province,
Mm.
okay? Yeah, like they will try to maybe to kill me, to kidnap me, before coming to Damascus. And in universities, I will not be treated like any other student who is Muslim or with the Syrian government. Why? Because I'm the Rus. This is the only crime, because I'm the Rus. So I don't deserve to be treated like any other student. Like I will not get my marks. I can't present in the lessons. You see, like
Mm.
it's impossible right now in this situation. It's impossible to go to the universities. And all my friends I know in Sweden stopped their studies. They stayed at home. They are
But
at home
even
right now.
even you felt that it was not safe.
Yeah, of course, it's not safe. And if I'm in Sweden right now, it's impossible to go there.
Oh.
Even before the siege, like in 2022,
Hmm.
in 2020,
Hmm.
yeah. For me, I didn't like the education there.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
everything was old, even if you want to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Many like no, it was bullshit actually. And yeah, it was really bad. So I stopped studying there,
Mm.
even if there was no sectarian violation, but I stopped immediately. I could not present there. So I stayed at home. I studied the German language, and I said to my fam that I want to wait until I travel outside Syria to Europe to study there. And of
Well,
course,
you
there are
you
many
speak
differences.
you speak many languages fluent.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, really, this helped me a lot in France. And I study here English literature, and it's really so amazing. I can't compare between France and Syria because, of course, you know that. Of course, you're better, really is better is better than Sweden, of course.
Um.
So yeah, so now it's impossible and it's unsafe to go there.
Mhm.
They need to stay at home, and I don't know how they will find a solution to study.
But even
Maybe
though
it
they
will
are
take so
at
much
home,
time.
even though they are at home,
Yeah,
they're under siege, right?
yeah, of course, yeah. There
So
is no medicine. Yeah,
that
there's
um
nothing.
you know maybe there are cases with people like diabetes, for example,
Yeah, exactly.
who need medication every day. They are out of medication, I believe.
Mm.
And that's going to be really bad. And also, you mentioned, the cancer patient, denied the treatment at Damascus, right?
Yeah, more than 150 cancer patients right now
Hmm.
under siege. They could not go to Damascus, and I said it before with you in our
Yeah.
last podcast, I think. They could not uh, get the treatment. So maybe in any time they will die. In any time. There is no medicine. They can't go to Damascus. There's nothing. Not just cancer patients. And
Yeah, I
I
mean,
shared my video about Salma Abed, who did the operation for her heart. And
mm,
the doctor said to her that you need to get the medicine every day. And she could not get it. She could, yeah, she just bought maybe one how to say it, one medicine, like just
yeah,
for
you
10
yeah.
days, just for 10 days. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so devastating to me. And in terms of like medication, for example,
Yeah.
like medicines on France, or Red Cross uh from Japan, even from Japan, should be able to send medication. But
Mm.
I don't exactly understand why Sueda is ignored. I'm
mm,
sorry to say this, but this is a fact that, are, basically majorly, what's going on in the mass media. You know, they
mm,
they they don't care, really.
mm, mm.
And see, I mean, now, we don't care about them either. You know,
Yeah,
because, they're not telling the truth anymore. And
yeah,
also, see, Israeli strikes killed, shut down the electricity system, which is a total lie.
mm,
That was done by the Syrian forces.
mm,
So, I mean, I just, I really, really do not like this, this Israeli government, doing destruction in the Middle East, propagated this way. And because in reality, this is a serious situation for Israel, because, you know, um, there are a lot of like Druze people really, facing, losing contact with their relatives in Sweden.
mm, mm.
So, I mean, it's not even, you know, just I mean, it's just we just have to ignore all these propaganda and we have to focus on the facts. And um, in terms of the universities, like, a lot of people say that, this is something, like before the siege, but, Syria is not really united as a nation.
Mm, mm,
And, um, m- well, like this, this could be your personal opinion, but, what could be a major solution, as you wish, you know, because there are like Christians, Kurds, other people, wishing.
mm.
Also, the Kurds
Yeah,
want independence from
yeah,
Syria, of course, like you do.
yeah.
And
Of course, yeah.
and now, like at some point, I am, I was not really thinking in my age that this kind of conflict would happen in the Middle East like this. But,
Mm,
like if there is like economic independence, in Sueda, from the Syrian government, that is
mm,
very big, and
mm,
they can do business with the Europe, for example. They may be allowed to do more business transactions with
mm.
European nations, Israel. That means a lot to you, and and in case of crisis like this, you don't have to face, all these struggles anymore if you have independence. And, that means that, there is some demographic change.
Yeah,
You
yeah, exactly.
And probably for myself, I would be really surprised, but
Mm.
I I probably would support the independence of
Yeah, of course, of course. It's
because
impossible to
the
stay with
Druze,
them.
the
Mm,
Druze people, right?
mm.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, Israel do support the Druze people and the minorities,
Yeah,
because they are the minorities. I talked about this, yes, just yesterday, that the Jewish people are the minorities in the world.
yeah,
And it was very, important for me to understand the way the Jewish, Israel Israel understands the Middle East, sees the
Mm.
Middle East. It's very different from probably other parts of the world. I really think so. And I think that also I this is a little bit different, but Zionism, you know um I said to the yesterday's guest, Carlos, that a while ago when I read Wikipedia, it said, this is a like Russian Jews ideology that was imported to Israel, which is not true.
Yeah.
you know it's a sovereignty of a nation, state, Israel. And also, it in terms of the independence, for example, if Sueda is independent from Syria, and
Mm.
it's going to be a government, you know and we cannot exterminate a government, like, we cannot wish for it. And,
Mm.
and so, like, you, see, like, yeah, you Druze people really support Israel. Like,
Yeah.
I had, other guests, talking about Zionism,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, it if there is, in case of the siege, for example, like if there is like independence, you know and if there is, uh I have to say, some crisis, in the region itself, there is a choice for the students to study in other parts, you know, even
Yeah, I
temporarily.
heard about it. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, not as just as a refugee, but if
Mm.
it's an independent nation,
Mm. Mm.
it's the situation is a little different.
Mm.
So, and also, um like, I saw some, I myself got some strange comments from people, like, those people, like, like the Druze are illegally occupying the land, and they cultivated, the farms, and that's illegal, and you are like insane, like supporting these people.
Yeah.
That was something I got. And no,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but like the Druze, like people live in the mountainous area,
Mm.
and it's safer for people to live in such area, because of, in case of, like, there is invasion from other places. But you know, I just am truly shocked at some point, that a lot of people probably do not seem to understand that what happened, before the siege is an ethnic cleansing, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, it's very hard for the Druze people now, the university students, to continue studying.
Mm.
So, what I probably wish for is that there are universities that accept even online first, and then, transfer to some other areas so that they can continue studying.
Exactly. I really hope for them. They really deserve. And
Because,
I know that they will be a successful person.
right?
I really hope for them. Yeah. I really hope for them. Yeah. Soon.
Yeah, I mean, look at you.
Yeah. Yeah, they
You
really deserve.
You're
Yeah.
so fluent. I envy you so much. And, like I'm listening to your German, French. Oh, like,
Yeah.
I could speak like you. And
Yeah.
I also it's very hard for you know the university students to be locked up in such situation. And so I hope that even temporarily, when Sweden is stabilized, when it becomes really independent economically first, you know and when students go back. I mean, um, probably it's very. I think that I really believe that we like as a people
Mm,
give like educational opportunities as human for people like the Druze, and we should not be, you know, like at this point, well, we should respect, the Druze as the minority
mm,
of Syria, but at the
mm,
same time, we have to respect the Druze as people,
mm.
really.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, I hope that there are governments that accept them, even online first, and then, they can, transfer to other universities. Otherwise, if there is no solution for this, really.
Mm,
And, I mean, I really do not understand, what kind of, it's not humiliation that I saw, you know, you
mm.
I mean, just laughing about it, it's not humiliation. And, like cursing people like this, I mean, it's not a good environment for people to
Yeah. Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could maybe share some of your university experiences for people
Yeah. Soon. Soon I will get all these.
no,
Yeah.
no, in
And we will share
France.
it together. Yeah.
Yeah, but in France,
Oh, and
you feel
friends.
much better, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. In France. I traveled to Germany, like to exchange the students. Like we traveled to Germany, and people from Germany came to France to discover Mulhouse, and we were from many different nationalities, from Syria, from Morocco, from Israel, German, French, from all over the world, and you can't believe how much, oh my God, these 6 days together, I spent them with them. Like we're really we're so amazing. These days were so amazing with them.
Mhm.
And no one look like um you are Druze, you are Muslim, you are Christian. No, no, never. Like we were united together and we shared our culture together and we discovered the city together, such as an amazing moments together. And I shared this video on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it,
Mhm.
and on Facebook, but it was really um, such an amazing experience in France. And this is what I like in Europe. Like there's no difference between people. We
Mhm.
are all one. Yeah, and no one look at me like Duruz or from Syria or no, no, never. I'm successful. I'm a successful person in France. I speak French. I speak German, so we can share many, many things together
Mhm.
and about our culture.
Mhm.
And when I think about Syria or when I think about Sweden and my friends, I really feel really sad. And I say that they don't deserve to be treated like this. They really deserve to study like me and to live like me here in France. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is the reality in Sweden and with minorities, you see.
I really believe so.
Mm,
In terms of President Trump's policy on,
mm,
expelling students who, honored Hamas, who
yeah.
honored Hezbollah. I mean, it's not strange. I'm
Mm,
sorry, this is natural. And,
mm, mm,
and also this is not just, Trump's work. This is a
mm.
long line of work that, this has been investigated for a long time. And,
Yeah.
it's not just one day work by the State Department. And they really should be careful if they really want to stay in the United States. And also,
Mm,
it's really a privilege for, an outsider, including myself, to be in, any country, civilized country like, the United States. Often speak American English, as you say. And, I mean, it's a privilege for me to, share culture, you know,
mm,
and, I I don't believe that, those who support terrorism,
mm,
deserve such opportunities. However, the Druze people are losing opportunities right now because they are locked up in home, really, simply.
mm,
And so I hope that, yeah, really, there is, but even online, it's hard because the internet is not stable. So
mm.
yeah, I hope that there are some opportunities for the Druze to, travel to Europe or, some other
Absolutely.
countries, really.
I hope. Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, I hope that they speak Japanese, maybe.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Better than Syria. Better than Syria or Damascus.
Yeah, I really hope so. And
Yeah,
so, yeah, I realized that, they're watching over the Facebook. But you know what? I don't care, even though they are watching my Facebook, it's open to the public for anyone to watch
yeah,
and read. And, I am of course write in Arabic too, so that they can, directly, read what I, think also.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not really scared of it
Mm,
because, um, I am also, I document the facts. This is a part of what I do. So, it's very important for me for the public to understand what is going on, for the Druze, but at the same time, I really, believe that the Druze people, the young generation deserves the educational opportunities. And
exactly.
they are able to understand the outside
Mm,
cultures.
mm.
Really.
And this is really so important.
Yeah.
This is really important to discover all cultures and yeah, to learn many languages and discover the world actually. This
Yeah.
is really so important. Yeah.
See, I had never met a Syrian person,
Yeah.
but I really, think that kindness doesn't have border.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And I really hope that there is mercy and compassion towards the Syrian university students, who are facing, discrimination. And it's not discrimination, but almost ethnic cleansing by
Yeah,
the faculty members. And they have the informations of the personal informations of the students, which is very scary. They can come to their houses, right? And they know their phone numbers, their ages, all these information. They have access to it. And
mm,
that's one of the my concerns. And so I would really hope for the opportunities for them to learn, outside Sweden now, because this
mm,
is just something um, I cannot say like, if you wait for 10 days, it's going to be better. It's not going to happen, really.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to say this, but um, you know, by going outside, they can also, experience some pleasures as well. And
Yeah.
I really hope that they do in the future. And
Yeah.
you know, I really hope that the European leaders have compassion and mercy for the students, the Druze students who are facing the real difficulties right now, really, as you
I
say.
hope to. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why I'm sharing the videos and all these comments, the hateful comments that, they are getting, because this is just intolerable, really, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe it's about time. And I think that, we can talk about other topics, maybe when you come back. But probably I really would like the Drew students, in Sueda to get outside and study, continue studying.
I hope to. Yeah. I hope to.
Yeah. So yeah, like you, really. That's why, I asked you to, share your experience, because they deserve, good experience in youth, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Such a really good experience to study in Europe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate, for coming to my podcast many
Thank you.
times. And,
Thank you.
tell me,
I
uh,
appreciate talking to you every time, actually. It's such a really and not good moments to talk to you and to share with you my thoughts and the reality about what's happening in Sweden. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
yeah, and yeah, for people in Sueda, they really need food, aid, water, electricity back,
Medicine,
everything,
medicine. Mm,
really, they just the siege has to end. And this is done by the Syrian government. And
exactly.
they cannot pretend by the press release that, they're not doing it, really. So, but anyway, thank you so much. And I hope you
Thank you.
have a good evening.
You too. You
Yeah,
too.
okay. So, bye.
Bye.
If you understand English, um, if you would like to write some stories, you're free to write to me through my homepage, or you could contact Nirvana. And a lot of people are contacting Nirvana right now. Um, and that's one of the reasons why I add Arabic subtitles, because I appreciate, people listening to my podcast, those Arabic speakers as well. This is a serious problem, and the Druze are going through the ethnic cleansing. This is the term that must be used or described. And this is done by Jolani Syrian government. And in terms of education, the Druze right now are not able to go to universities. I will post what Nirvana read out, and also what we discussed on my podcast. And also, she will be sending some videos. I will be posting some videos of what's going on. But the Druze students the university students, able students are not able to study at universities. And even online, it is very difficult because of the instability of the online environment. And I really pray and hope for the mercy and compassion of any government willing to accept the Druze students who are willing to adapt to the culture and want to study, continue studying. Like Nirvana, she is fully enjoying, what her environment right now. You know, it's more than probably what you can hear on my podcast. I hear a lot of stories about how much she's enjoying. However, at the same time, she's not well because her friends, her friends are not able to go to universities. Right now, they are stuck at home and they are facing the ethnic cleansing. And I really hope that people have, anyone have mercy and compassion towards them. And that's what we're supposed to be. The Druze are the minority, and at the same time, we, the people, should be kind, right? But anyway, I hope you have a good evening. There will be you will be able to understand this podcast in Hebrew too, because there are Hebrew-speaking Druze and also in Arabic and in French. 3 languages. Okay, so I hope you have a good night, and then I have to go on today. Anyway, have a good night.